Whovians, hop in your TARDISes. You're listening to another episode of Doctor. Huh?
They put the Ravagers in the show again?
How'd they get out of their time stream?
What was, I don't know.
I forgot to do a nickname.
Yeah, me too.
I'm Jordan, and I'm busting down your door. Here I go.
I'm Sam, and
Yeah? You good? Uh-oh. Come on.
I'm Sam.
Come on. There's an angel in my brain.
I'm Sam, and the weeping angels have been living in my head rent-free.
There you go. That was pretty good. This week, we're back in Flux. Our podcast is in a sort of state of flux, because we're watching Flux Series 13, which is the Flux series, Episode 4, which is the next one after Once Upon a Time, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're watching in sequence, as it was meant to be seen.
Well, that's...
If we missed episodes 1 and 2.
I don't know if I would call this watching in sequence.
This is watching it the way that Chris meant for it to be watched. This is Village of the Angels, written by Chris Chibnall and Maxine Alderton, directed by Sir Jamie Magnus Stone. I've decided. I get to choose now. Thank you. This is the fourth episode of Flux. And how'd you like it? You can say you liked it. It's okay. You can say it was a fun episode.
I mean, it wasn't, and I didn't.
Oh, I liked it. I thought it was fun.
I thought it was on track to be fun, and then it just didn't anything. It nothinged. It didn't do anything, Jordan.
It's part of a storyline. What are you talking about? Stuff happened.
Almost nothing happened from beginning to end.
They were like there's a mystery.
I literally have a list of everything that happened over the course of the episode. And I'll just read it right now. Yaz and Dan get stranded in 1901.
Yeah.
The Doctor learns that the Division, from last episode, have angels that work for them.
Yeah.
They told her to come back. And then, meanwhile, somewhere else and someone else, Belle found out about the passenger. That's it. That's everything that happens this week.
Well, she goes to a planet and she finds like the remaining, like a bastion of living survivors of the Flux.
It was an hour-long episode that almost didn't advance the plot in any way.
The Doctor turns into a statue at the end of it.
That's basically the only thing
I feel like your line of logic that an episode needs to, like, aggressively advance the plot is how we end up with Game of Thrones Season 8.
No. Because I'm fine with an episode not advancing the plot when it's not part of Flux.
But, like, we don't really even know what Flux is.
But it's the fact that we keep cutting, like every 20 minutes we cut to the Belle and Vinder story that is so detached and irrelevant to the Angels thing.
But we don't know, okay, I went back and watched Once Upon a Time. First of all, I want to really quickly, what did I give that episode? I did give it like a D-.
It's probably a D-.
I'm gonna up it to like a C-. I think it was better on the second watch.
That's very generous, but that is.
I feel like I need to like Here's my thought. You say it doesn't connect to the overall plot, but we don't really know we haven't seen. I'm unclear on what the Division is. I'm unclear on how they connect to all of this. They're clearly important. They're clearly something that matters. It clearly has something to do with the fugitive Doctor and her lost memories of her forgotten past.
Right, but
there's definitely stuff
the
going
Doctor, on. We already knew about that.
But
nothing developed with any of it.
I mean, she got by the angels at the end of it. And
that's
we also
the only thing that happened.
We also don't. This character that shows up in
there's a character named Claire.
There's a character named Claire, and she showed up, and she was clearly from a previous episode. Clearly. I just feel like I can't judge this episode on at least how it fits into the broader story until I've seen more of the broader story that sets it up, and that's kind of what I was thinking about Once Upon a Time. It's like, yes, there was stuff in there that was dumb, but I think there was also stuff in there that we just had no context for.
Maybe.
And we would be fools to assume
Where I'm coming from is, in Once Upon Time, I could at least tell when something is happening, and I'm like, well, I have no context for this, but that's something. There was just, like, almost nothing moved forward in this, and when you're doing a 6 or 7 episode mini series thing, I feel like you need to be moving the plot forward, and I want to make this clear, because the reason that it bothers me that the plot barely moved forward at all is that besides what moved forward, it was just a ratcheting up of tension over and over and over and over, and then the episode just ends with the Doctor turning into a weeping angel for some reason and being snatched away. So I'm like, this could have been a 40-minute episode for one thing, but like, just everything that happened up to this point didn't matter because it was all just the Doctor being slowly backed into a corner. And then when all the expectation is there of, oh man, how's she going to get out of this one? It just kind of ends with them going, oh, she doesn't. Anyway, we'll see you in the next one. And we're not going to see them in the next one. We'll never see the next one.
I just think if we don't have the broader context for the episodes, because we don't know who Claire is. We haven't seen her. We haven't seen the setup. We don't know how she got to 1967. Though I'm assuming it was that she got angeled.
Yeah, she said that she got angeled.
But like, we don't know like where she came from.
Modern times.
Don't really know how the division fits into all this.
No, she said that she was born in the 80s.
Yeah, I know that. That's why I said she got angeled. I'm saying in the previous episodes. I simply enjoyed watching this fun Weeping Angels episode that was a little bit better than one of the other Weeping Angel episodes that we saw. I thought the angels were pretty fun in this one.
They were certainly better than they were in Time of the Doctor, which they weren't in, and Once Upon Time, which they were video game in.
And then also, what was that one called?
Flesh and Stone? I think that Flesh and Stone was better than this.
I thought they were good in this one. I thought that was a fun episode. I also think that like the Weeping Angels work better in close spaces. I think it's good.
Yeah,
tension.
I don't know. I just felt like the whole episode was just stringing me along and being like, wait till this is gonna go somewhere that really cool, something's gonna happen, and then just nothing happened. I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll work through it as we go.
I didn't
hate it. It did very.
I put this down as I quite liked it. I thought it was pretty fun, and I'm actually like, it got me interested in Flux a little more. I'm not like, I don't think Flux is in my oh god, I'm dreading this tier anymore. I think I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I could watch more of this. I'm curious to see what happens next.
I will say, I think a big problem that I have with Flux is that the storytelling of it is just god-awful. I mean, rewatching Once Upon Time... But I don't know...
Okay, Once Upon Time...
No. Let me say what I'm saying, for the love of Christ. Rewatching Once Upon Time, I had forgotten how fucking incoherently breakneck the pacing is. It is so hard to follow, and not because we don't know what's going on, because I get what's going on broadly. I get that there's been an apocalyptic event that has blown holes in space and time. Okay, fine. Just the pacing of it is so hard to keep up with. And then in this episode, again, there's like 3 scenes spread out through this hour-long episode, and they're each like 1 minute long, of a woman who is completely unrelated to the events of it. I just think that it's poorly told. Okay? And I know that we're not giving it the best circumstances.
I can't stress enough, and I'm this whole experience is like, man, I need to be more aware of the fact that, listen, if we watch episodes 1 and 2, and I said before, I'm going to try my very best, I said this off the podcast, I'm going to try my best, just as a bit, like as a joke, that if we roll a Flux episode, I have to watch all the Flux episodes again.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
You don't have to do fun. That. I think it'd be very funny. It's possible that I'm wrong, or it's possible that those missing episodes that we haven't seen don't make this story better, but I just think, for something that is more of a complete self-contained story than any other Doctor Who that we'll ever see, right? Like, this is not this is a 6-part sequential story. and we've missed half of it from what we've seen so far, right? You have to acknowledge, when you say, like, Once Upon a Time, when I rewatched it last night, it's like, okay, a lot of this episode is, like, non-linear, like, it's not good. I'm not saying it's, like, good. I'm not saying, like, oh, Once Upon a Time is good and we were wrong, actually. But I am saying
you upgraded it to an A+, but go off.
What I am saying is that a lot of it was, like, told out of sequence from, like, the characters lost in their own time stream, and the parts of it that are actually, like, advancing the plot or like present tense, it's kind of hard to tell what we're actually seeing. Not that that's good, just that it's not like, oh, this is moving at a breakneck pace. It's like a lot of the runtime is the characters experiencing moments in their life out of time, including the stuff with the Doctor and the fugitive Doctor, right? It's kind of hard to see.
If you think it wasn't moving at a breakneck pace, I think you need to watch it a third time.
It was not that it wasn't moving at a breakneck pace. It's that the story of Flux itself was like, there was a lot of it that wasn't like quote unquote advancing the plot or whatever. But yes, I do think that if we haven't seen the first half of this story of the 4 episodes we see, it's hard for us to say where things fit in, right? Can you at least acknowledge that?
Oh, of course. Obviously I don't have the full picture, but what I do have, I think, is leaving a lot to be desired. Shall we get into it, please? Previously on Doctor Who, Vinder and Bell and their as-yet unborn child are looking for each other.
Our beautiful as-yet unborn child.
The Doctor this wasn't in Once Upon a Time. At some point in Flux, the Doctor met a woman named Claire who says, "We will meet in the past." Then there's a time storm and the Angel is in Yaz's phone and then the Angel has the TARDIS. We go to 1967, England. Claire is being interviewed by a psychologist named Dr. Jericho. She's plugged into a polygraph machine, which he is currently trying to
calibrate.
Yeah, calibrate, that's the word.
So he asks her, like, the control question, which is like, what's your name, what's your birthday, and what year is it? And when she says her birthday specifically, and when she says what year it is, it, like, freaks out the polygraph, like, oh, fuck. Yeah, and
he's like, well, that's weird.
That's not normal.
Meanwhile, outside, there's a priest who finds a note that says, "Leave now."
I don't know what that was.
I do.
Oh, okay.
The townsfolk are looking around for a missing child named Peggy.
They're all, like, walking around with old-timey megaphones.
Uh-huh.
Which I thought was pretty funny. It's when you yell and it's your mouth.
Uh-huh.
He asks her, this is when we go back to the Jericho and Clerico. Nice. And he asks her what her birthday is, and she says 1985. I mean 1935. And he's like, huh? Well, he says, oh, I must have misheard. I guess the recording caught it.
And then she starts going all nuts, and she says, "It's happening!" And her pupils dilate, and she gets a distorted voice, and she says, "The end begins again now, and there will be no escape. The Angel has the TARDIS."
And then we watch a Weeping Angel pilot the TARDIS, and let me tell you, they are having so much fun. Look at them go.
Do the Weeping Angels have a superpower that allows them to turn the lights off for a second?
I think so, yeah. I think they could, like, control... I think they can somehow exert their will on electronics. I'm not sure. That's
very inconvenient for everyone who's not a Weeping Angel. But yeah, the lights are flickering on and off as the Angel, like, teleports around the TARDIS console, pushing buttons and pulling levers.
Maybe the Doctor is just flicking the light switch. I love watching the Weeping Angel pull the levers and stuff. And it's just, the lights are flickering just fast. And, you don't see the Angel moving, but you do see it, like, you do see what it's doing vaguely, and it's just very funny, and it made me think about, like, watching a Weeping Angel, like, make an omelet or something.
The Doctor pulls some cables out of the TARDIS wall.
I didn't understand this at all.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's fine. This is the
They
Doctor.
They basically say, "What are you doing?"
Doctor's
and she says,
trick.
"Something. Don't worry about it. Eject quantum life form, reboot TARDIS." Did you catch that? The rebooting the TARDIS?
It rang a bell.
This is what they were dealing with in Eve of the Daleks when they're stuck in the time loop, is that the TARDIS is rebooting.
Right. It basically is the writer's way of saying they can't TARDIS their way out of this one.
Yeah, so she has to reboot the TARDIS, which kicks the angel out of the TARDIS.
And this, I enjoyed this bit, which is that they're in the 1960s now, and this is when the phone box is from, so we see two people trying to use it as a police box.
There should be more of that in Doctor Who, if you ask me.
I wonder if it ever happens in the classic episodes that were set in the 1960s.
Once an episode, yeah.
Yeah. William Hartnell forgets that his TARDIS is a TARDIS, and he tries to call the police on it.
So they meet an old couple, Gerald and Jean, who suck.
They are bad, and they're looking for Penny, but they
Peggy.
are doing it, Peggy, and they're doing it in a shitty way.
They're being really shitty about looking for their lost niece.
They're looking for their lost niece, but in a way that I don't respect them for.
The Doctor's sonic screwdriver gets very spicy.
Yeah, I didn't really understand why.
I don't know why, because, like, it's very common for the screwdriver to, like, lead her to a signal. I don't know why this time it had to burn her hand.
It was just really, really making sure she got it.
I just remembered, we didn't mention that when Jericho is doing Claire things, he mentions something about the premonitions that she's been having. Mm-hmm. And we look at some of her drawings, and there's a drawing of the TARDIS, but there's also a drawing of a weeping angel, which we know is a bad thing to exist because that's an angel.
When did we learn that? Did we learn that from Once Upon a Time, or did we learn that from Flesh and Stone?
I think Once Upon a Time was pretty explicit about it because there was a lot of them jumping between screens, but also in Flesh and Stone, there was the one that was like trapped in Amy's eye, and there was the one that was like on their computer screen.
Killer Queen.
Yeah, there was a lot of that in Flesh and Stone.
Okay, just making sure. I think this episode has given us the complete Weeping Angel lore.
I wanted to ask you about that, and I guess it's up to you if you want to confirm or deny.
I'll confirm it, because I think I know what you're going to ask about.
It was the part where, because when the angels touch you, in this, not in Flesh and Stone. In Flesh and Stone, they were cracking bones, right?
They were cracking necks. I remember it.
Maybe those were different in the way that they were like Pete's World Cybermen. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the angels, when they touch you, you get sent back in time, which I think I had heard that. That sounded familiar when they said it here. But we learned that if you are already time displaced and you touch an angel again, then you turn to stone and explode.
That piece of lore I don't think I knew.
Okay, that was what I wanted to ask about, because it's like, I mean, it's fine. I don't mind it. I don't mind the idea.
It kind of makes sense to me, because it's like they're stealing your life away from you, like literally, by eating the rest of your life. And then
there's a part where one of the characters is like, nobody survives the angels twice, and I was like, that's fine.
I think that's fine. I think
I'm fine with that.
Like, why would, and honestly, like, why would if you get angeled twice, it's because the angels are coming for your ass, right? Like, they want you dead. Or
I will say,
can the angels time travel, or was that just like?
I don't know. Didn't they say in Flesh and Stone that they had a ship?
I think
they are aliens, yeah.
They are alien. I kind of think we saw their ship this week. That big stone thing in the cemetery.
Oh, maybe.
I thought that was like their ship.
But yeah, it is weird to think about, like, because I would have assumed, like, oh, the angels touch you and they send you back in time. I imagined, like, to the beginning of the universe or something, and
they send you to whatever primordial, like, island Krasko, the time traveling racist, got sent to.
They make you fight Scarecrow the Jaggeroth from Cities. But in this, it's like, it's not that far back.
They send you. It seems like they
send you to meet your grandparents.
Yeah, they send you to a place where you don't know where anybody is. I also think that the Weeping Angel sending you back in time is an incredibly funny punishment and fate for a monster that is on a show where the main character has a magic time machine that can go anywhere in the world. I know people are like listening, and I bet they're gonna say like there's like, oh, but actually there's an episode where I've seen it. I know. I just think it's funny.
Okay, but now that you've said that, Blink is definitely going to be a bad episode when we eventually get to it, because I'm just going to be thinking that the entire time. Oh no, don't touch the angel, Martha. The doctor will be inconvenienced and have to go pick you up.
What if it was like there's like an episode of, I don't know, there's a John Pertwee episode where he's working with Unit or whatever, and then all of a sudden, David Tennant shows up and he's like, "Ah, shit, I got Weeping Angel. Can I just hop in your TARDIS real quick? Can you take me back to the 2000s, please? Thank you."
It's like in Sea of Thieves when you're on the like ghost ship after you die and someone else shows up and you're just like, "Hey. Yeah, we'll respawn in a sec."
Yeah.
Just gonna stand here awkwardly and look at each other.
Okay, so do we say that the shitty couple is looking for Peggy, a child, a 10-year-old girl?
Yaz is a cop, so the doctor leaves her and Dan to help.
Every time I remember Yaz as a cop, I like her a little bit less.
But she's like an epic cop.
She's a nice cop, and
she pulls people over and gives them Christmas gift cards.
She's changing the system from within. She'll get it. We then see this old woman, Mrs. Hayward, in the cemetery, and the priest is there. And
yes,
Mrs.
the priest accuses her of. He's like, "I know that you're the one who's been leaving those notes that say leave now at everyone's houses."
Right.
And she's like, "You'll understand when you count the gravestones here in the cemetery." And she's like, he's like, "All right, I'll humor you." He starts counting.
Crazy old Mrs. Hayward.
Jericho is interrupted in his studies of Claire by the doctor. This is where the screwdriver was leading her. She shows him the psychic paper, which in this case says Institute of Psychic Investigation, which is kind of funny.
That's when he introduces himself, and then she's like, Eustachius, what a great name. 33 points in Scrabble. Wait, I can't do proper nouns. And then I think she name drops like several times in it is her number one character trait of Jodie Doctor, is that she's just always talking about the famous historical figures. Socrates would have let me play that name. She would have said in the scene that I made up.
She says so. I can't remember whose name she said, but yeah, she definitely said some historical figure. Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. She's being quirky. She notices Claire and says, "Oh, hey, it's you." And this is where she finds the drawing of the Weeping Angel and she like tears it up and throws it away. And Claire runs out the door and goes into the bathroom to wash her face. And when she looks back up at her reflection, she has stone angel wings.
This shot should be studied in every film class. So then we're back outside with the priest counting the gravestone, and he says, there's an extra one. Oh no.
And it's a big angel.
And then he gets sent back in time.
Whoops.
You know the really cool thing about the Weeping Angels is that they never run out of that go back in time potion.
And now this is something, because we've seen some inconsistencies with the Weeping Angels and how they work.
Oh, for sure.
So I thought that this was one of them, but it turns out that this is actually something, is that Mrs. Hayward is watching and doesn't seem concerned about the angel nearby. And it doesn't seem concerned about her either. Mm-hmm. More on that later. So Yaz and Dan,
the angels just break your neck if they're pissed? Do you think the angels just break your neck if they're pissed, or maybe full? They already ate all the time. Energy
full.
They're stuffed. They couldn't have one more bite.
They're like trying to burn some calories.
They go on a ship and break everyone's neck. They crunched bones so hard. I thought it was maybe even in the title of that episode. Like I
think our episode was called Bones
Crunching. Yeah, and I was just like, did I make up the Weeping Angels breaking necks? No, I think they did that. I'm not...
Bishop got crunched for sure.
Crunched, yeah.
Yaz and Dan go with the couple, and they're trying to find Peggy. She's 10. If we didn't mention that, that'll be important later. And Yaz is. This is where we learn that they're, like, not great as guardians.
Yeah.
Is that Yaz is like, okay, can you tell us anything, like, where Peggy usually plays? And Gerald is like, oh, there's this field that she plays in sometimes. He he gives her something and says, like, you can contact me with this. I don't know what it was. It's 1967.
It was his cell phone. Oh, he's a time traveler.
Maybe it was like a whistle or something.
It was one of those old-timey megaphones that
it was a stone tablet.
Mm-hmm.
Right on this and hold it up. And he mentions, like, Peggy is our great niece. Her parents died and we've been looking after her ever since. And Yaz is like, is there anything else that you know about her that might be useful for us? And Gerald is like, no. She's a 10-year-old girl. What else is there to know? And they just, like, storm off.
I really thought it was funny when they asked where Peggy plays, and I don't remember which one. It's just like, oh, she plays out in this field, or maybe this other adjacent field. You can find her.
I was born in the wrong generation.
You can find it. That was what I was thinking. I was thinking, oh, this is what they did in the 60s. They just went into one of two. You have your choice of one of two fields to play in, whatever that means. Just hanging out and smiling in the field.
A chicken in every pot and a child in one of two fields.
Look, it's easy to find her. Just check one of the two fields. Dan is like, okay, these people suck.
This is what we had before Facebook.
My generation will be what was the one that's like, I envy the generation that is the first one to grow up with field. And field, it was
born too late to run around in field.
It was field taught me how to be in a field, and field 2 taught me how to be in another field.
Field 1 taught me how to wheat. Field 2 taught me how to corn.
Dan is like, these people suck, baby. Peggy just ran away.
In 1967, this was our teacher. This was our other teacher.
I would go to school. I would go to church if the field was the priest. The field was
if this was the priest picture of Scarecrow.
There was a Scarecrow in this episode, and I thought the family of blood was going to show up for a second.
Oh, I forgot about that. Anyway, so Yaz and Dan notice a Scarecrow in the distance. Or do they?
Yeah. It's a weeping angel.
No, Jordan, they don't.
I love how quickly it goes from being a scarecrow to being a weeping angel. And it's
I like that. I mean, why even ask the question? Was that scarecrow always there? Oh, sorry. Coming out of my mouth, I guess I realized how stupid that was to say when we're dealing with weeping angels.
They didn't know they were dealing with weeping. Oh yeah, they did. There was one on their ship right at the start. They thought maybe it left. I don't know.
I mean, not to mention they were dealing with them in Once Upon a Time. At least Yaz was. I guess Dan.
Yeah, they were in a video.
Sorry,
game.
Dan.
Dan was just dealing with his love interest, I guess.
How many times do you think we've seen Dan?
4? 3. 4. Wait.
This is 3. The third time we've seen Dan.
I love Dan.
I'm sorry. This is the 4th. You're right.
This is the 4th because he was in
Once Upon a Time, Eve of the Daleks, and Legend of the Sea Devils, and this one.
Yeah, I love Dan.
We love to see Dan. Apparently, he's not very important.
I know. He's only in one season, I think.
He's not in. He's not in very much of it.
But
he's in one season and a short season.
The Dan that burns the brightest lasts half as long.
I hope he never burns. Please don't burn Dan.
Don't burn Dan.
Leave him alone.
He needs to live long enough to kill 100 sea devils with a sword.
Well, the good news is we've seen it, so we know he will.
I feel safe.
Anyway, their flashlight starts fucking up. The clouds cover the moon. It gets dark. The angel gets them. You know how it goes. Cut to Belle. Hey, it's Belle.
It's Belle, and she's.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
Can I bell you?
Bell me, yeah.
I learned about at the time as Flux was airing, there were some theories about Belle.
Hmm.
And I didn't look into them too much because I didn't want Flux spoilers. But did you know that there were theories that Belle is the master and their beautiful as yet unborn child is the doctor?
Oh man. Now how did
I couldn't look into it anymore. I'm fascinated to someday have all of this context. I mean, or we'll finish it and we'll find out that was true, but
what is the implication that like Vinder and the Grand Serpent and all these guys are like Time Lords? And they're like that's on Gallifrey? I don't think that's what I don't think they I don't think the Gallifrey had a Grand Serpent, because I know that I know this because Seventh Doctor was the president.
I feel like if all of this was happening and the Master and Bell and Vinder were Time Lords, there would maybe be a little bit more discussion of TARDISes between them. Well, and not just like, I gotta get to my regular ship. Anyway, Bell is here.
Bella's here. She goes to the honeymoon planet that her and Vinder were going to honeymoon on.
Yeah,
which is
called 9.
Which sounds a little bit too much like it's called the planet Pisano for my taste.
It's Pisano. It's Pisano. Where she and Vinder were going to honeymoon, but then they didn't.
It got all fucked up.
We did. I think. I don't remember. I think that this is the first time that we've gotten really an idea of like how much the Flux has fucked everything up.
It's basically fucked up the whole universe, and there's like very few stars left, it sounds like.
Yeah, like this planet, Bell is startled by a man named Namaka.
That's not his full name, but
Namaka Ost Parvespo is his name.
He's a Raxacorico-Phalapatorian.
And he says like, "Oh, welcome to Pisano. It's the closest thing we have left to a planet in this quadrant. We've got a quarter of a sun, a third of a moon, and half of a planet to our names." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't realize that Flux was like blowing planets in half."
Oh yeah, the planets are gone. They're on their way out.
That's surprising considering the number of planets we've seen Bell land on so far.
Like 3 or 4.
She was going to a lot of planets in Once Upon a Time.
Well, listen, a lot of them have been taken over by 1 billion Daleks and 1 billion Cybermen and 1 billion Weeping Angels and 1 billion... I love, by the way, I was rewatching this because, there's this whole thing, it's like, the Daleks are taking over, like, giant parts of the universe and the Cybermen. Mm-hmm. And then the Sontarans, who... I know the Sontarans are like a guy, or like a thing, but we have seen, on our experience of the show, we've seen one Sontaran, and he's funny.
Yeah, like, I know that they are recurring antagonists and threats, but I have such a hard time imagining... I mean, even, we actually saw a couple in Time of the Doctor, and they were, like, driving a comedy tank, and they were like, oh, good heavens, it looks like we're about to die.
They're funny. I'm not scared
I have
of
a
these
very
guys.
hard time imagining them as threats. Anyway...
they're the reason that so much of the galaxy of the space is going away is because they keep taking over, moving in, and then just blowing it all up on accident.
So Bell shows him a hologram of Vinder and says, "Have you seen him?" And he says, "No, but he might be at the next coalescence." And she says, "What's that?" And he says, "Well, there's a helpful person. We don't know her name, but she comes around to this planet occasionally, and she takes people to safety in big numbers. I haven't been lucky enough to go with them,
maybe
but
today.
I'm hopeful about this time." She's pretty suspicious. As it turns out, she should be.
We go back. We're back in 1967 with the Doctor and Chris Jericho, the professional wrestler. I say that because his first name is Chris Jericho's last name. I just wanted to make sure I made that clear.
I'm confused. Chris Jericho's last name is Eustachius?
No, his name is Jericho, Eustachius Jericho. Oh wait, I forgot. You're right.
Great job.
Maybe Chris Jericho is Eustachius Jericho's son?
The Doctor finds a rock and a pile of broken glass on Jericho's floor, and this is never followed up on. Did the Angels just huck a rock through this guy's window? I think the
Angels were being belligerent after a football game or something.
I think they were, because I was like waiting for the storyline about like, oh, the local townspeople hate this guy. It never comes up, so I assume that the Angels threw this rock.
The Angels have the rock.
Oh no. I was annoyed at this part because the angel doesn't work the way that it's supposed to, because the Doctor is looking at this angel because he opens the front door and there's a bunch of them, and the Doctor's looking at one of them, but then the camera pans around and he looks away and we're looking away and the angel moves, but the Doctor was looking right at it. That shouldn't have been possible. Guys, get it together.
Did she blink?
No.
I think the Doctor should always carry around a little spray bottle just in case Weeping Angels come by. And
I'm surprised, and I hope that it comes up in Blink, or Blink's not going to be a very good episode, but I mean, it's easy. Just close one eye at a time.
I think about this every fucking time I see an episode with the Weeping Angels.
It's not fun to do. It's not as pleasant as blinking, but just do it.
What if there's like that tiny lag? You do have both eyes closed at the same time.
Well, that's why you hold them open with your fingers. So then you can very carefully, and I'm doing it right now as if that does anything for the podcast.
What I'm doing is winking, opening both eyes, and then closing the other one. So I know that they're always... But the thing about the Weeping Angels, Sam, to be fair, is that they're very good at making themselves unobservable even if you try, because they can just turn the lights off on you. Or turn the sun off.
Yeah, which is bullshit, and I don't think they should be allowed to do that.
I think it would... I think it's a little OP if you ask me. They should.
I don't think that's fair.
It's not very nice of them to be able
There
to
is
do
a part that
I
really liked in this where the angels start like vibrating a tunnel that they're in, and it's like making dust fall on them, and the doctor's like, they're trying to make you sneeze.
I loved that so much. The idea
legitimately, I think that's great.
Getting got by a weeping angel because you had to sneeze is incredibly funny to me.
So yeah, they lock the door and they start locking all the doors of the place. This is where she explains what the angels are. If they touch you, you fly backwards in time. They, quote, feast on the quantum energy of your unlived life, which doesn't mean anything, but that's fine. I don't care.
Do you think okay, here's a question. If they get a guy who, like, really sucks and doesn't really do much, is that like a light snack for them? Like, if they find a person that, like, I don't know, grows up to become the president and has 100 children and like 6 wives and 7 husbands, is that like a Christmas dinner for an angel, but like a guy who just sits around and plays like League of Legends all day? Is that like that was not a satisfying meal for me?
Do you think that when the angels
I need to stress, for their entire natural life, they do this?
Do you think that the angels, if they find like 100-year-old person, they're like, fuck, we missed it.
Do they just go around? They should just go around eating. I mean, this is edgelord of me, but like they should just go around like to like hospitals and just grab the babies, right?
Yes, but it has to be modern hospitals, because if you go to ancient hospitals, those babies are all dead anyway.
Okay, all right, okay, sure. They were just waiting. Like,
I'm sorry, too soon for the frontier babies.
I was just like, oh, okay, we're just really going all in on dead babies. I didn't know.
I'm just saying, medicine has advanced.
I didn't know we were doing dead baby humor in 2023 anymore.
I don't think that was quite what I was doing, but whatever.
Okay, I thought you were saying, okay. Okay, angels are attacking. Oh no. Oh, is this when she asks for a TV? Grab a TV?
Yeah, she says, Jericho, get your TV, take it into the basement. There is a part, I guess because we only ever see the angels frozen in place as statues, it's hard to imagine what they're doing when we're not looking at them, and I know that's part of what's supposed to be scary about them, but it's also how we get moments like this, where one of the angels starts ringing the doorbell.
I love imagining them doing these things. We found out in Flesh and Stone that the angels can laugh.
Yeah, I mean, also in this episode, one of the angels just straight up talks to Professor Jericho.
That a weeping angel, that in the Chibnall era, the backpack era angels, they gave
literally
the angels,
no backpacks in this episode.
They had 3 backpacks. And Belle had a backpack with
well, that might be true.
A pregnant woman is just a human living backpack with a
front
with
pack,
a fetus.
but whatever.
Yeah. That's
some Ken Bone shit. Beautiful human front packs.
A beautiful human fanny pack.
God. I'm sorry. What I said was so objectionable.
Mm-hmm. That I've been trying to say this point for like a minute now. That they gave the Weeping Angels... Oh my god, the scene in the church from The Secret Life of the American Teenager every day. They gave the Weeping Angels a sound effect, like a scary, iconic trademark. It's like... It's like the one from it's like from Into the Spider-Verse, like the Prowler elephant, it sounds like. But it's just like, I don't know if that's supposed to be just like a scary noise, or if that's supposed to be diegetic, like the weeping angels are making that noise. But they are ringing doorbells.
The angels are here!
They're just textually, they're ringing doorbells and they're throwing rocks through windows. So they're more like ruffian children.
They're a little bit rascally with it this week.
I like it.
Dare I even say, I think they might just be wascoey.
They're definitely, if one of them has a slingshot, they are being upgraded from rascal, downgraded from little rascal to widow wascal, for sure.
So the doctor starts like wrapping something around the banister on the stairs. We find out later that it's a camera that she's attaching to the banister. And Claire, as they prepare to go to the basement, the Professor Jericho goes down, but Claire, she kind of hangs back and she says, "Doctor, after I had my first premonition before we met, I started looking online for stuff about this village because I knew that this village was important." And she pulls out a newspaper clipping and she says, "Everyone in this village disappears without a trace tonight. And it also happened to this village in 1901. And I think she says that after it happened the second time in 1967, the military just like paved over it.
Yeah. They were like,
"This place sucks."
It's actually, nobody disappeared. Everyone just decided at the same time to leave because they hated it.
The doctor looks away from her for a moment and a bunch of sand pours out of her eye.
That seemed really unpleasant for the actress that they had to make her do that. And as we all know, statues are always shedding sand.
Mm-hmm. We go back to 1901, and Yaz and Dan are here after the angel touched them. They're in the very same field that they were just standing in, but now it's 1901.
Their iconic field.
I think Yaz says like, "Well, at least there's no dinosaurs."
I would have... Listen, they go back in time. The angels touch it. That's really what they do. They send you back to dinosaur times, and also, once again, I can't stress this enough, Crisco, the time-traveling racist, is back there. He's still around. He's eating big T-Rex steaks, and he's still just ruminating on how racist he is, and he hasn't learned any better. But they will have to... Hold on. Yes.
Sorry, it just occurred to me that our boy Ryan in the Doctor Who episode Rosa effectively weeping angels the villain.
Yeah, except he didn't gorge himself on Clasco's life energy.
But that makes no difference to the victim.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really know where or when in time he got sent to. I mean, maybe he
got sent back like 10 years Alabama, and he was like, "Well, I'll take it."
He fits in. He became the bus driver.
Oh, God.
But, like...
that was Graham.
I fucking forgot about that. That actual thing that definitely happened. No, but, like, if you send someone back in time... Like, is he just is it like once again to the primordial state of Earth that Skaroth the Jaggeroth came to, and it's like, there's no liquid water and he just boils himself alive or whatever? Or is it like he shows up and he just has to like rough it in the woods?
I think he just has to rough it.
I think he just has to rough it in the woods. It's like Arthur Dent in, I think it's in the third book where he just becomes, he lives in caveman times.
Yeah. Anyway,
okay.
they meet Peggy. She's here.
She went back in time, and she's pretty cool. They go into like this is where they're in the village and everyone's gone, just like Claire said like 2 minutes ago. And they find her, and then they sit down and just start buttering some bread.
Yeah, and Peggy explains why she's not scared, which is that the angels. They made everyone else disappear. They sent her back in time to 1901. They sent everyone in 1901 back in time to who cares. But they told her sort of telepathically, we're not gonna do anything else to you. Just stay in the village and don't go beyond the sign. And they say, "What's beyond the sign?" And she takes them down the road,
space.
out of the village, to the sign, and beyond it is outer space.
I thought it was a cool effect. I liked to see it.
Yeah, it looked cool.
I enjoyed it.
It was cool.
I like the
and
idea
Peggy,
of
in a very, like, detached, calm, sicko sort of way, is just like, interesting. The cliff into space used to be further down the road.
Yeah,
Looks
I don't
like
know why.
getting closer.
I don't know why Peggy is like Arya Stark for some reason. I don't know, like what. I guess maybe just from growing up in a loveless home with these two awful parents. Or
odd that they made Maisie Williams play her, even though she was older than she was.
So old.
When she was Lady Me.
She's like 20-something years old, and she's just like, I'm a 10-year-old girl. Interesting. Space is eaten.
And she also says that the angels put the phrase quantum extraction into her head.
Yeah, that was yeah. We're back with Gerald and Gerald and Jean. And they're like approaching the area with the space sign, right?
Yeah. In 1967.
Yeah, but they hadn't discovered space yet, so they're really confused.
I thought this was a cool visual effect because in 1901, the camera looks at the, like, cliff that terminates into space, and it, like, whips around, and when it finishes swiveling, we're back in 1967, where it turns out they've also got a cliff into space at the sign. Yeah. And I think the sign, like, topples off the cliff, which is fun.
I did like that.
So yeah, Gerald's grumbling about Peggy, and Jean finally is like, I've had enough. You're the worst uncle. Maybe she ran away because you suck ass.
Maybe she ran away because I also kind of suck ass because I let this happen. And I married you, and I wish I'd never done that. I'm getting a divorce right now.
And then Santa comes in and says, how much do you wish that?
And the Santa is a weeping angel, because a weeping angel is there, and then he gets we see him get got by the angel. It's kind of wild because I don't know if we've ever seen someone get got before, where he's just like, "What's this doing here? This is a funny prank. Let's take this."
Yeah, who put this statue here? And he's like, "Well, let's move it back to the church." And yeah, Jean is like, "You're not going to be able to pick that thing up." And he's like, "Well, someone else must have to put it here." And yeah, he just like squats down to pick it up, and the second he touches it, he just vanishes. And yeah, I don't think we've ever actually seen it happen before, huh?
And then Jean also gets got. Mm-hmm. She didn't know the rules.
And once again, Mrs. Hayward is here watching, but the angels aren't going after her.
She's smiling and nodding, and
she's not smiling. She's just watching stoically.
We're back in the basement with Chris Jericho, and the doctor has rigged up a TV. She says this is risky, and it seems to me, Doctor, that this is not risky. This is just a bad idea. But she's basically created like a little CCTV angel monitoring station, and she tells Jericho to keep an eye on it and watch the screen. But this is risky because, as we all know. And she says it in like a Bible verse. I don't know why she's not like, she doesn't say like images of angels can also become angels. It's like
she says, "For the Lord declared that the image of an angel."
She says like, "That which holds the image of an angel unto an angel can becometh," or something like that. Also, she says,
yeah, I mean, I understand her plan. The plan is we've only got one entry point. Rather than freezing them in place like in the doorway, let's set up a camera to freeze them in place at the top of the stair. It's also kind of helping.
She also says that the image of the angel rule is like they can do it with enough effort. Like but also like, what is effort for a weeping angel? For me, it kind of just feels like if the weeping angels want you dead, you're probably fucked. Like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still kind of trying to understand, like, what are the angels, like, internally?
They're just guys.
They people?
I think they're just, like, guys.
Do they live lives? Do they have internality?
They have weeping angel little children, and I mean, we know they're a little bit belligerent. They're a little bit impish. They throw rocks through local neighborhood windows, and
I just don't understand what their society can be like, because if they look at each other, they get stuck forever.
That's why one of them always.
It's like, oh no, Daryl looked at Meryl. And then all the other angels have to, like, close their eyes and, like, sort of maneuver it like a plank between the two of them to unstick them.
I just remembered that they did the ducking trick in this episode. They did the classic trick that works every time.
Well, it literally didn't work this time.
You can't beat an angel. Yeah, so that which holds the image of an angel is also an angel, and at that moment, the image of the angel on the drawing reassembles itself, and then like a hologram, of an angel starts emerging from it.
And the doctor sets the paper on fire, and then the angel projection just turns to an on-fire angel.
Which doesn't, like, do anything, but it's just scarier, I guess. She's
so the doctor puts out the fire, and then I think she, like, crumples up the paper, and the angel disappears because it's no longer an image of an angel. Fair enough.
But also tearing the image of the angel into pieces also makes it no longer an image of an angel.
Oh, yeah. I don't know then.
So why did that... Yeah, why did the letter Mary Poppins itself back together? Okay.
And Claire finally says, I think I know why they're here. They're here for me, because I'm one of them. And she pulls up her sleeves and reveals that her arms are turning to stone.
You can turn into a weeping angel now. It's fine.
And she... Huh?
I said you can turn into a weeping angel now. It's fine. Well, yeah, actually, it's because she had a premonition of a weeping angel, and because she had held the image in her mind, that which, as we all know, in Romans 2:19, that which holds the image of an angel becomes an angel.
I cannot stress enough, the plot of this episode is that an angel is living in her head rent-free.
Uh-huh. And then
she thought about one so hard that it got stuck there.
Oh my god. This fucking part is wild.
Also, I know you want to say what happens, but I do want to say first, the doctor talks about this like it's a thing. She's like, You're a percipient.
Which is a person who thinks about a weeping angel, I guess. I'm not sure. Several insane things are about to happen. The first of which is when Chris Jericho says... I don't mean to keep saying Chris Jericho. I hope you know that. When Jericho...
I don't believe you.
When Jericho says... I'm unfazed by weeping angels because I seen some shit during World War II.
Sir, yes, sir. He, like, stands at attention and he's like, what are my orders, doctor?
It plays the triumphant trumpets from Rosa. And then the second thing that happens that's absolutely batshit, and when I rewatched Once Upon a Time, I realized that maybe the way, like, I think that we didn't realize it, but the way the doctor, like, opened up the time stream was because she was standing on one of the Maury platforms that they, like, use to control time or something. I don't know.
What the fuck ever.
I know. I'm just saying, she did a thing that why is she able to do that? Why is she able to enter someone's mind? Why can she psycho? I thought the same thing. I was like, is she literally going in there like Raz? But then she just, like, grabs onto...
All right, Claire, we're gonna have to take you to the brain tumbler.
Like, why... She says, I'm going to have to enter your mind. She just says that.
In my head, I'm thinking, first of all, I'm thinking, that's stupid. Second of all, I'm thinking, what device is she going to... Nope, she touches Claire on the forehead with her hand.
See, it's funny because I know that the doctor has several psychic things. She has psychic papers, there's psychic circuits, telepathic circuits, but none of those things are contained within her own body. So I guess this is just a secret doctor power we've never seen.
She's a fucking psychonaut. She's got all her merit badges.
But she's not a psychonaut because she doesn't go in there. She stands there. I mean, I guess we don't see her little...
She doesn't put a little door onto Claire's forehead. She doesn't use a little door. Because she says, I'm going to enter your mind. Oh, and by the way, Jericho, always on that grind set, is like, no, I need to put my polygraph sensors on your head. I love the idea that being a scientist and researching stuff is being on your grind set. He's like, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Can I just take some readings?
I hope
I'm on my grind.
Yeah, he's on that science grind.
So she just touches Claire's head, and now we cut to, like, a rocky beach, not Bad Wolf Bay.
No. This is Death Stranding. This is Death Stranding, is what this was.
No, it doesn't look anything like Death Stranding.
It does look like Death Stranding. It's a really gray, like, murky beach.
No, it's light. It's a light gray. Death Stranding is a dark gray.
Dark gray, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very important distinction.
I love Death Stranding so much.
And there is an angel standing there with its hand on Claire's shoulder, and it's, like, talking through her. She recognizes it? Like,
Angel
visually?
Bob. Angel Bob. This one's cracked, so that's why and it has,
this whole fucking episode is cracked, am I right?
It's bonked.
So, yeah, she's like, you're the one who hijacked the TARDIS. And it says, yep, I did that. I brought you here. And I brought you here to ask you for help. I had no choice.
I'm a very nice weeping angel, actually.
She accuses this angel of being the one that sent Claire back in time to the 60s, but it says that was not me. When she was sent back into the 60s, I was already in her head, hiding from the rest of my kind.
Because they are working with Tom Clancy's The Division.
Yes, now, this is a good point to get into this. I didn't want to talk too much about it before, because that'd be way too early, but The Division in Once Upon Time is
was the cool squadron that the Doctor and not Dan and not Yaz and not Vinder were with. And
yes, it was the fugitive Doctor in the Doctor's Lost Memories was going on a mission with 3 puppy dog soldiers.
Right.
And they had laser axes. And yeah, they were like going to fight Azure and Swarm, the Ravagers.
Yeah.
So now we know that there are some weeping angels who work for the Division.
So maybe
the Doctor's like, what?
Yeah, the Division there's more to the Division than meets the eye of the parts that we haven't seen of them, which is
cut to more Bell.
It's time for the coalescence. There's like a huge crowd of people, but not that huge because most of the people are already like dead. And the guy whose name I didn't write down and don't remember, Namaka is like, okay, this is where she shows up. Now you're gonna wanna leave some space between you and the next person, or it won't happen. And
I thought in that moment, I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be a weeping angel. It's all coming together, but it's not.
A weeping angel just shows up, and it's like, have you ever seen the Tim Robinson sketch, The Pointer Brothers?
No.
You ever seen the point? Oh, okay. It's just a weeping angel comes up on stage and then just goes into the crowd and just starts touching as many people as it can to send them back to before the Flux. No. Azure, one of the Ravagers, who's, she's got like crazy ass, like, galaxy makeup. I'm not sure what, like, is going on with her face. And her, like, eyes. And I dig it. I dig the aesthetic.
Sure.
She shows up and she's like, I've got a ship that'll take you to safety. It's an unkarate choppable man.
Yeah. She pulls out the infamous passenger, which is it's like an infinite space prison. It looks like sort of a golem. It's the thing that got karate chopped and 500 million people died.
It's like the Void Ark that held all the Daleks, except it's different because it looks like a dude and you can karate chop it if you want to.
Rewatching Once Upon a Time, I could not believe, because I remembered that they karate chop a passenger, and then they're like, no, you just killed 500 million people.
Yeah.
I could not believe the part where they karate chop it, and we cut to the other Division members outside, and they're like, one of the passengers is down. We need to stop them before they destroy another. And then they destroy another, and then we cut back to the Division guys, and they're like, they just destroyed a second passenger. That really sucks.
Ah, crap, damn it.
Fuck.
But also, wasn't there like a ruse about we snuck a secret trick passenger?
Yeah, one of the Maori are in one of the... Anyway.
They're not called Maori.
What were they?
They're Mori.
Isn't it? I thought it was like M-O-U-R.
Yeah, but they pronounce it Maori is a.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I know that Maori is a word.
I know.
I thought that these things were also called Maori, but
they just named them after a real group of people.
Whatever. They've got aliens called Italians.
They do. That's what they were.
It's a classic era adversary. The Santarans and the Italians.
The doctor hates Italians. It's like the opposite of the Ice Warriors.
Anyway, so yeah, Azure like appears in front of this huge crowd. Everyone cheers for her.
We're gonna get you out of here, guys.
Yeah, she gives them a little speech, and she says, I will bring out this thing called a passenger. It's going to take all of you inside. and it'll transport you to a galaxy untouched by the Flux.
Yay!
But Belle hears the word passenger, and she says, I've heard of these things before because I was in the army, and that thing is not transportation. That thing is a prison.
They'll karate chop the hell out of that thing.
I will say,
yeah,
to argue in favor of Azure, obviously we know that she's evil, but if you wanted to,
it would be a really easy way to move millions.
This would be a great way to get refugees to safety. To be honest,
you just have to make sure nobody karate chops it, because the thing, it's a real glass. It's really fragile.
Yeah, but she was the one who karate chopped it. So,
well, I know, but it's just like you wouldn't want to do it on accident.
That's true.
When I was in like 6th grade, I accidentally pulled the fire alarm. Like totally on accident, I pulled the fire alarm. So
how?
Actually, sorry, let me correct the record. I was in 8th grade, and it was because I was trying to find a room that I needed to go to for a project I had to do for 8th grade to like graduate. And I was like, where on the map is it? So I pointed at the map, and as I was pointing, I moved my finger across the lever of the fire alarm.
That's right. I think you have told me about this.
I think I've told this on maybe even on the podcast. And then
I think it might have been on Jurgen it. I feel like it was a long time ago.
I did confess my sin to the vice principal, and he said he was very appreciative of you being honest. So thumbs up. My point is,
and then you were awarded best boy,
and everybody in the audience clapped. If I could accidentally, with the power of a single human finger, make all the children leave a building and make the fire department have to show up and waste their time, one could, on accident, karate chop a passenger and kill 6 million people.
I mean, I'm constantly, like, throwing my phone at my own face.
Right?
So.
Right? It would be easy to do on accident. I'm just saying maybe put it in like a box or put some armor around it.
Put it in another put it in another passenger and then put that passenger in another passenger.
But then the passenger is the problem.
Shit, you're right.
Yeah. Okay. So Belle like grabs Namaka and pulls him away and is like, that thing sucks. Don't go in there. And then they go under the passenger beam. They just lay down on the floor and it goes over them. And Namaka's
it's fine. It doesn't get him.
Namaka's pissed. They're the only two that didn't get got. And Azure's like, oh man, well, tell the next guys to wait here for
I did like that Azure, who we know to be a villain, is like, Hey, it's okay if you're a little nervous. Like, it's fine. You're welcome to come back next time and come with us. And hey, tell everyone you meet to come here.
And then Namaka's like, this was gonna be my time, fuck you, I don't want to talk to you anymore, and he leaves.
I'm assuming that, like, this is how Azure is gathering up hundreds of millions of people to
hold
have
them
as hostages,
yeah.
is just hopping from planet fragment to planet fragment and being like, come on, guys, I'm taking you all to a pizza party in space.
This is the fucking
oiling up her karate chopping shoulder.
I was gonna say the passenger is the no crime Dairy Queen from Monster Factory.
So
okay, we're back with Yaz, Dan, and Peggy in 1901 or 1907 or whatever.
Yeah, they're back inside the village, but the sort of space edge cliff thing is starting to close in around them now. They see one of the weeping angels, and who should arrive but Gerald and Jean. And Peggy says, don't get any closer. Don't turn your back on the thing. But Gerald's like, don't tell me what to do, you stupid little girl.
My favorite thing here is Dan being like, no, if you walk in front of the angel, you can't see it, and you'll be blocking our view, so we can't see it. And then he does it, and then the angel turns him, just gets him, and he dies. But he doesn't bone crunch.
This is where he gets exploded to stone, as does Jean.
Yeah.
And Peggy doesn't really care. Here's the thing, okay?
Uh-huh.
And I'm not saying this to be critical of Mandip Gill and her performance as Yaz, which I think is by and large good, even if Yaz doesn't get a lot to do. I don't know why. I think that she's just one of those actors who can cry on command.
Yeah, I didn't know
and
why.
And they must know that and be like, you gotta cry all the time.
Because she's not like crying. She just has one tear, like, just coming down her face.
Right, there's just like a stream of tears, but she's not like crying. Her face is just crying, and I don't know why they made her do that here, because it just seems weird.
Not twice. I didn't want to do it twice in an episode, but is it possible that it's a chiral allergy?
She does have hands. This is a Death Stranding reference for anyone who doesn't know.
God, I love Death Stranding.
Yes.
Wait,
there appeared to be tears running down your face.
Is this not the second episode in a row where we've done a Death Stranding, like you get a call from
You can use a piece of tissue paper or perhaps a hanky to wipe them away.
This is the second week that we've done a Die Hard Man joke.
I know, right?
We need to be stopped.
Don't open me up to it or I'll do it. Anyway, they're dead. Peggy doesn't really give a shit. She's just like, they were never nice to me, whatever.
And then they didn't let me play in the third secret really cool field that I always wanted to go to. Also, she says you can't get got twice, or this is where we learn. Yeah,
that's rule. Where they say that. Yeah. Jericho is still watching the TV screen. The doctor is just standing there touching Claire's face. The angels start banging on the door. The screen turns off for a second. When it turns back on, the angels have all disappeared. They are now at the doorway at the top of the stairs. This is where they just start talking to him. And in Flesh and Stone, and I don't know how it works in Blink. I'm just saying, in Flesh and Stone, there's the angel named Bob.
Angel Bob.
That is talking to the doctor over the radio.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know how to feel about that. But I think the important thing with that is that it's sort of a very flat, monotone voice that sounds very detached, and it doesn't really feel like it's coming from anywhere, and it doesn't really feel like it connects with the angels. There's that weird sense of divide that I think makes it pretty effectively creepy, whether or not I actually like that it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And here, Jericho's voice starts coming out of the TV, and it's the angels talking, and they're just like trying to get in his head, literally, haha. But they're like, you can't protect them, blah, blah, blah. And like, okay, fine. But then he destroys the TV, meaning that their only point of entry is the stairway. And then they just start talking to him just straight up. And I found that very strange.
There was a radio that you couldn't see. He was holding
like,
it.
I don't know. I guess I assume it's telepathy. We know they can do that. I don't know. It feels very odd to just have the angels be.
Can you consider that maybe they just talk with their mouths, but only when you're not looking at them?
I don't like it. Anyway, there's a badass moment that happened in the next time on at the end of Once Upon a Time where he stands firm with a stiff upper British lip, and he says, "I'm not blinking." And they go, "Oh,
what if we make you sneeze?"
So meanwhile, the polygraph machine starts drawing an
angel. Yeah,
angel.
It didn't really like that one. That doesn't make any sense. But
very silly, and also does not come up later.
Yeah, the angel doesn't like. It's just I guess showing you that it can do that. I guess. Wow, that's really cool.
Oh no. Back in the dream brain world, whatever. The doctor asks the angel, "What do you know about the division?" And it says, "I was part of the division, as were you." And the doctor's like, don't talk shit. But again, this is one of the things that bother me about this episode. She already knows that. She knows that she was part of the division.
I'm having problems. She doesn't know, but she doesn't, know what happened.
She doesn't know the circumstances, but she knows for a fact that when she was the fugitive doctor, she was a member of the division.
Yes. But she has, she's got stolen memories, and that's a little freaky for her. Also, I am having so much problems with... I can't stop thinking about... much like every day of my life, I can't stop thinking about Tom Clancy's The Division. They needed to pick another name for these guys. They could have called them the police.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Because the doctor worked with the division, and now she has stolen memories.
Yeah.
Is that what happened to Captain Jack Harkness?
He worked with the division from Flux? I
assume the division exists in other times besides this. I don't think it was founded for Flux.
You don't think this is like a Flux original thing?
I don't know, because he said he was a time agent.
Jack Harkness?
I think that's what he said in the Doctor Dances.
I don't think the division was around before Flux. I think that this is a creation for Flux, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not entirely
I do
like
think
trying to argue that I think that's what happened. I'm just saying it sounds pretty similar.
I do think that he was part of the division.
Okay, me too. And that he liked to get his penis out.
He did like to take his penis out.
So,
but only as like a joke.
He was just having a laugh. The doctor says, "What do you have that the other angels are so scared of?" And it says, "Knowledge. Have you ever seen Chuck?"
Have you ever seen Kyle XY? If you haven't seen Chuck, have you seen Kyle XY? Okay.
You've definitely seen either Chuck or Kyle XY.
There are two paths any person can take. So either it's the knowledge that Chuck has, or it's the like secret Zizix file, the secret Latnock file from Kyle XY.
Yes, the angel says that it has all knowledge of the division and its history, including the Doctor's lost memories, and I will tell you what you want to know if you help me. And then the Doctor wakes up in the basement and says, "Oh, why am I back here?" And Jericho says, "Sorry, I threw a cup at your head."
I loved that. I wish we could have seen it.
Such a great moment. I'm sorry, the weeping, I needed more eyes on these guys, so I had to. Also, that means that he couldn't look. He's probably just been like hucking stuff at her.
He was doing like TikTok trick shots.
Yeah, he's like, I've been just throwing shit at you, and I finally managed to hit you with something.
Look at the floor, and it's covered in playing cards and ping pong balls.
Broken cups, silverware.
She wakes up and you just hear, "Let's fucking go!" Yeah!
You're going to go viral, Professor.
Nice. It's just like, I know we're trying to kill you, but that was a really good throw. Nice.
So, yeah, she wakes up and, this part is so fucking stupid. And this is something I've complained about before on this podcast is the way that sometimes the writers, they need the Doctor to be smarter than everyone else, but they can't figure out a way to lift the Doctor up. So instead they push everyone else down so that relatively she's smarter than them. This is so stupid because he's like, why did we barricade ourselves in a place with only one exit? And she smugly is like, well,
there's
if you looked at the floor plan on the wall in your own basement,
you would see the secret door. No, it's like boarded up. Is it boarded up or is it like...
It's a boarded up secret tunnel. She says like the last person who lived here must have been a real rapscallion. And there's a tunnel that goes out to Lover's Lane or something like that. And he's like, I never thought to look at the... Why is there a tunnel? There's like a hand-drawn floor plan on the wall of his basement.
You don't... I mean, I've never had a basement. Maybe that's normal.
I just don't understand it. It just feels like, why does he have to not know about it? Because the Doctor just needs to be the smartest one in the room. It's stupid. Whatever. She smashes open the wall while he watches the angels.
Oh, she says she reverses the polarity of something.
Yes, this is word for word a Third Doctor catchphrase original. She says, "I'm reversing the polarity of the neutron flow."
A classic technobabble.
And, by the way, have we talked about that phrase before?
I think so, yeah.
Apparently Pertwee used it twice, but it became so iconic that in the modern era, they just started using it over and over.
I think, yes, it's like Beam Me Up, Scotty.
It was, yeah.
But also, to be fair, they are always reversing the polarity of things.
Right, but they're doing it because of... I think it originated with the Third Doctor. We've probably talked about this before.
Is it specifically reverse the polarity, or is it reverse the polarity of the neutron flow? Because I feel like other Doctors...
I believe that it is reverse the polarity originally was a Doctor
just
Who thing.
The entire concept of reversing the polarity. My God.
As like a piece of technobabble. I'm pretty sure. What have you wrought? Anyway, so this part is really stupid, though, because the thing that she's reversing the polarity of, the neutron flow, is that while Claire and Jericho leave through the tunnel, she watches the angels, and actually, before they leave, she has them put his, like, headset sensor things onto them, and then she uses the screwdriver to, quote, give them a quantum headache by, like, blowing up the polygraph machine, the effect of it is
nothing.
Nothing. We
Nothing
never,
happens.
like, see what this achieves.
She's basically just hurting 2 weeping angels or something.
Right, and there's, like, 20 of them. So, like, what does this accomplish? Nothing. She's like, well, if I'm going down, I'm going to kill as many of you as I can.
I mean, she did one time, back when she was Matt Smith, she did chuck a bunch of them into Gallifrey, I guess, now that we learned that that's where that hole in space and time goes.
I don't know if I don't remember if we thought about that when we talked about Time of the Doctor.
I felt the word, I wasn't thinking about it when I said it, and then I felt the words form in my head and in my mouth, and I said, wait a minute, he did send those weeping angels to Gallifrey. Oh no!
Deal with this, Gallifrey. He didn't know. He didn't know.
That's why they were asking the question. They were, Doctor, what the fuck? Why did you do that?
That's right. The full question. It was actually getting cut off. Doctor, who the fuck do you think you are?
Sending 10 weeping angels to Gallifrey. We had to set up so many mirrors to stop these guys.
Which we did, and it worked perfectly fine because they're actually really easy to deal with.
Half of Arcadia is gone, but we did deal with it.
So they all go down the tunnel. The angels start banging on the door as soon as they close it, of course. And as they go down the tunnel, they notice that there's just angel arms sticking out of the walls because I guess they were buried here.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I think that's related to the 1901 stuff, because we then go back to 1901, and Peggy takes them to the same spot, but in 1901, and she's like, I learned about this in history class. They said it was a burial site, but I was here yesterday and it just appeared out of nowhere. And there's another cool visual effect where, like, there's just sort of a wall, like a portal kind of thing across this field where the daytime 1901 becomes the nighttime 1967. Mm-hmm. That looked pretty cool.
I liked when Dan chucks a stick at it.
It disintegrates. You can't go through the portal.
Go through it. And then the old Mrs. Hayward appears and she's like, I remember seeing the strange old woman because it was me and I was you and I'm
Peggy. In 66 years, and I had to live out my life in 1901. Well, not all of it in 19. So because what happened is that the year actually advanced with time.
When people started moving back into the town, that just everyone disappeared in it,
and there's a little girl there, and she's like, "Don't worry about it.
I'll be fine. Can someone please adopt me and take me to the field?"
Any Hayward?
This is like River Song when she was Rory and Amy's best friend. How did she end up here? Who raised her?
Somebody.
When and how did she move? How did she end up in the same town as her parents? If she reincarnated in New York, whatever.
So Mrs. Hayward gestures behind her, and in 1967, this quote-unquote burial site has been unearthed. It is a gigantic, like, slab of stone.
I think it's like the Angel's ship. I don't know if that's true. I kind of thought for a second that it was just this giant slab made of weeping angels, which would have been cool, but I don't think that's what it was. But it would have been cool if that's how they get around, is they all just, like, interlock. But they close their eyes.
That would be really, really cool. Now, this is a stupid moment of, like, kind of pointless writing that didn't really work for me, which was that...
Oh, that the Weeping Angels are Volpe's, what's his name?
Look,
Volpe's
I don't mind Inculca, whatever, yeah, from Fallout New Vegas. I don't mind the thing. What I think is silly and doesn't make any sense is that there has been suspense this whole time about, like, why is Peggy safe? And Mrs. Hayward says, I remember what the angels told me in 1901. They left me alive so that because they're cruel and I would be the witness who tells the story to other people. But, like, Peggy would know that because she had already been told this. So why were they, like, keeping it in suspense? Why didn't Peggy just tell them that?
Who is she supposed to be telling that to?
The people who moved back into the village.
Yeah. Was she just like, guys, there are these weeping angels and they're such sickos. And
basically. But this is where you asked at the beginning of this, why was she leaving these notes? She was trying to warn everyone.
Right. Of
the night that she disappeared as a child.
That's right.
She knows that that's when everyone else is going to disappear.
That's right.
I guess I don't know how she knows that, but I guess she knows that there's some angels there, so there's going to be more. But
back in the tunnel. Oh no! Light go out. Lights go out.
Oh no! Flicker.
Don't close your eyes. Don't keep them open. And then this is when dust strats start emerging.
Yeah, this is when the angels start shaking their pepper shakers at them.
their new tech that they've invented. Yeah, pepper and dust to make Jericho sneeze or whatever. Actually, no. He gets dust in his eye, and then he wakes up and he opens his eye, and he's in 1901. Oops.
Yes. Also, Claire gets out of the tunnel first, but yeah, the Doctor is now alone in the tunnel.
I mean, this is honestly the fact that the Weeping Angels sent you all back to the same time is very nice of them to do, because it just means they can repopulate this. They can repopulate the town, all the people. I mean, not Jean and Gerald, they're dead, but like.
That's true, actually, because we do know from Claire's newspaper clipping that everyone in the village disappears on this night. So apparently, the question of, like, so wait, this village was just completely, like, abandoned in an instant in 1901? People. Like, why would someone move back in? They were fucking moving back into their own houses.
Did the priest? Well, no, they were moving back into their grandparents'
right, but I mean, it's an old village. Like, these are all probably the same buildings. It's not that much time. It's 66 years.
They built an Aldi there at some point, though. But there was a priest who got by the angels earlier, right? Is he here? Did they just not talk to him? Is he just walking around?
They seem to all be, like, calibrated and set to the same year.
Yeah, I'm just saying, works. It's nice of them that they didn't send Jericho back to the primordial dinosaur times where
it's pretty funny from Jericho's perspective because he gets got by one of the angels and pops out maybe like 10 feet from. It's the fact that he appears right next to the portal. So from his perspective, they basically just teleported him like 10 feet.
I really liked when I tried to say, I almost said Klasky Supo. Is the name of the time traveling racist.
We probably said that in the episode.
Oh, almost certainly.
But yeah, Jericho, he appears next to this portal and he's like, what the hell? Anyway, it looks like that's where I came from. So I'm just going to walk back through. And Dan's like, no, you can't. You got to live the rest of your life in the early 1900s.
And he's stiff upper. He's like, I will do this with honor and pride, and I'll fight in World War I for sure.
I will assassinate.
I'm gonna go start a military school for really cool boys to learn how to fire Vickers guns.
I'm going to found a group called the Black Hand to get the ball rolling.
Just to start I need to make sure, just like in that one awful Harry Potter movie, my new goal is to make sure World War II happens. We must protect World War II at all costs.
Actually, and that's not a Harry Potter movie, it's a Fantastic Beasts movie.
I think it's called like Harry Potter Presents Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Crimes of Grindelwald.
Crimes of Johnny Depp, a Harry Potter production.
Okay, I'm done talking about
Hey, do you ever think about how in the third movie they recast him as Mads Mikkelsen?
He got better. His face got better.
Anyway, so the Doctor, this doesn't make any sense. Because the Doctor is like, she's the last person in the tunnel. Claire is gone. Obviously, Jericho has been sent back to 1901. And the Doctor is like, okay, I have to turn around to leave the tunnel.
Don't get me.
Why?
Don't get me. Why don't you walk backwards?
Why can't you walk backwards?
There were stairs. There was a double dare obstacle course to get out of the tunnel.
I have to turn around. Am I going to be fast enough to outrun the angels? Now, Jordan, I haven't seen Blink. Correct me if I'm wrong. No.
The answer is definitely no.
But very specifically, no.
Whatever rapscallion built the secret tunnel onto the Double Dare 2000 slopsticle course. I'm sorry, I almost said obstacle course. That's not what it is. are you going to try to go... I have to go through the Ninja Warrior course to get out the other side, and I don't have the talent to do it backwards, so I have to turn around.
Yeah, they look through the portal, and they're like, my god, it's a gigantic blue plate special.
She put a bunch of banana peels on the ground to stop them, and that really... But she doesn't... They just let her leave, right?
Yeah, and we'll find out why in a second. But yeah, she turns around, she runs out of the tunnel, and she's very surprised that they don't follow her. And she climbs out. It turns out that the tunnel exits in, like, right out of the stone structure thing, whatever. And she just sees all of her friends watching her from 1901. And Yas is like, we'll explain it a bit. Don't try to go through this portal, though. Anyway. And Claire is standing with the angels on top of the structure. And she starts delivering a message from the rogue angel, which is, they'll wait. They're enjoying watching you work it out.
I don't want to see you solve the puzzle.
So Yaz asks the doctor what quantum extraction means, and the doctor realizes what's happened. The village has been isolated from time and space to extract their target. Now, I don't know if that's a thing that the Division can do.
I think it's a Division thing, yeah.
I pray that that's not just a thing that the Weeping Angels are capable of,
I think
because that would be a little much.
I think that's the whole point. That's like I would assume that this is like Division tactics, and that's why it's supposed to be like, oh no, they're doing Division strats.
Oh no. And she offers to, like, negotiate a deal between the Rogue Angel and the others.
But the Rogue Angel's like, oh, sorry about it.
I already made a deal. I played you, haha, this was my plan the whole time. I used this human as bait, knowing you would come here and get trapped in the quantum extraction. And there's only one way that this is gonna go. Doctor, you have been recalled to the Division.
I thought you were going to say Dr. Bye, and I'm kind of disappointed that you didn't.
Well, that's not what they said.
There's only one way that this could go. Dr. Bye, and then she turns into a weeping angel for some reason.
She turns to stone, she grows wings, and she covers her face in the angel pose, and that's the end of the episode. Just kidding. No, it's not. They roll the credits, but then they interrupt the credits. I don't know why.
Drama.
Drama.
Vinder is here. On
Vinder's on Paisano.
And he is looking for Belle, and his beautiful, as-of-yet unborn child.
Yeah, Namaka is here and says, oh, I actually did see her, but she left a little while ago. Here, let me take you to what she left behind. And he takes him to this wall that has, like, a little projector thing that she shoved into it. And he says, thank you. And Namaka says, well, I didn't understand it at the time, but she saved my life. So thank her if you see her. Goodbye.
Is Namaka just on Paisano by himself now?
I don't know if he has a ship.
I think he just is he's got cool, I like his cool clothes. He's just by himself with this cool outfit.
Question.
And,
Will we ever see this guy again?
Almost certainly not. We're never coming back to Planet Pisano.
So Belle, we watched the recording that she made for Vinder if he shows up here, and she says, all right, I've only got one chance to record this. Don't know why.
My hard drive's almost full. That's not
I can't uninstall this Overwatch test thing.
That's not what she says. That's me saying we have to cut it right now. No, I'm just kidding. I got 2 hours left. It's amazing.
But yeah, she says there was a creature here abducting people with a passenger. I'm gonna keep the transponder blaring on my ship, so if you get the signal, come find me. I love you. Oh shit, the coordinates, and then it cuts off.
Oh shit, I'm on a roller coaster right now. Ah!
Oh shit, I forgot that I only have one chance to record this, which
I'm
means
in the Dalek sector, oh no!
And I only have 5 minutes to say the coordinates, and I need to start saying them now, so here I go, I'm gonna say them. Okay, so the coordinates are as follows.
But it's like when you're trying to find a recipe online, and it's like, when I was 11 years old, my mom, when we would take our Christmas holidays to the Florida Keys...
Top 10 pies.
Alright, Vinder.
Now we're going to the frequently asked questions. What is pie? Webster's Dictionary defines pie.
Coordinates are from the etymological origin. I'm
just saying, right here, right now, if I try to leave a voicemail for someone, it asks if I want to confirm it or if I want to re-record it. Why does technology get worse in the Flux?
after the Flux, it was a data crisis. There's no more storage. Every hard drive has Overwatch test on it. It's one of the things the Ravagers did to make sure that nobody could record any more podcasts. They're that fucked up and evil.
I love that they're leaving audio logs for each other like a video game.
Can they... Does she tell them to cut off the limbs? Like, have I talked... Surely I've talked about Overwatch test on our podcast, right?
Yes, I think we talked about it like a week or two ago.
Okay, good.
Anyway, Vinder says I'm on my way, and then the credits resume, and that's the end of the episode for real.
Next time on Flux.
The Doctor is an angel. There's an Ood. Dan and Yaz have apparently lived in the early 1900s for 3 years. A puppy dog man contacts the Lupari fleet. Azure and Swarm say that the Time Force is growing, just as planned. But most importantly, the old man from the mining tunnel that we saw in Once Upon a Time is here with Dan.
This fucking miner talk dude. I think about, this is the guy from those TikToks, the dig talks, he's digging for his girlfriend. And then right when they're just about to reach each other in the tunnel, he gives up and he turns around and she gets a pizza or whatever happens.
My feelings about this episode... I'm not convinced that this was a good use of the Weeping Angels. And the reason that I feel that way is that I think the appeal of them as antagonists is that the concept is so dangerous and so scary that it makes it feel like near impossible to survive them. And this episode is like ratcheting up the tension. So I'm like, how are they going to get out of this one? How are they going to get out of this one? And then in the end, the way that they get out of this one is that the angels say... We actually were never going to kill you at all. We were never going to kill anybody.
Yeah. I mean, they killed several people.
Well, they killed 2 people, and it's the worst people in the episode.
Every time we see the Weeping Angels, we talk about how they're not living up to the ideals of the ideal Weeping Angel episode, which is the one episode we like.
I will say, for the record, I liked Flesh and Stone a lot more than you did.
Right. I think I disliked Flesh and Stone because I was so annoyed by Matt Smith Doctor in it. Doing it.
But I think fundamentally the Weeping Angels in that episode worked for me.
I thought they worked in this one. I thought that this was like
I think that they worked as enemies, but I think the story didn't work for them.
I think that this was a fun Weeping Angels episode that I'm not sure about how it fits into Flux, is my thoughts on it. I mean, I can see it kind of fitting in with the Division and with the stuff with Bell. But I'm not sure, like, how this connects to Puppy Dog Man.
Yeah, I think the Flux did nothing for the Weeping Angels, and the Weeping Angels did nothing for the Flux.
But I still enjoyed my time watching this episode. I thought it was a good time. I thought it was a pretty fun watch. So I'd probably give it... I don't know if I'd give it anything... I don't know if I'd give it past a C+. Maybe, I think I'll go... It's like a C++ or a B-, to me. It's like right in the middle. I'm going to give it a B-. I liked it.
Okay, that's totally fair. For me, it's a C-. I thought it was
C-.
I thought that it was a decent watch, despite some brain-hurting stuff that really bothered me. But I just was really frustrated with what it was doing in general. So I think the watching was fine, but the thinking about it was very bad for me. This was
not an episode where talking about it made me realize of all the things I didn't like about it. I still like this episode. I enjoyed it.
Well, that's totally fine. And sometimes we don't agree on everything.
So, yeah. This is probably.
I do like to know that the Ood are in it next time.
Yeah, I've always, you know me, I always forget to watch the next time on.
They're being sophisticated slaves next time.
I thought you were making, they're a complex slave race.
They got a lot going on.
Was that what, Ood was the simple slave race, right?
Basic slave race.
Basic slave race.
Slave race.
Do we have any, I forgot. Flux is so different. I forgot we had companion awards to give out, but Yaz and Dan spent most of their time in 1901.
I don't think
let's just go through. Yeah, let's see. Companion initiative, no.
Medal of Mickey, no. Leela Cross, definitely not.
Nobody got killed.
Nobody did any stunts.
Nobody did any 6 stunts. Nobody did. Yeah, no awards this week. Any gold stars?
Sorry, hold on. Didn't we invent a new award on our most recent classic recording?
We did, but I don't remember what
I don't remember what it was.
Was it like about Turlo getting arrested?
No, our most recent one about Planet of Giants.
Oh, fuck. What was it? You're right.
Was it like the Ian Chesterton...
It was like Fucker's Folly?
Oh, I think it might have been the Ian Chesterton Award for Fucker's Folly.
I don't know. We'll have to...
Nobody has Fucker's Folly in this episode.
Wait till... Go back and edit it, we'll reassess, and then we'll reassess whether or not it deserves a place in our mainline pantheon of awards that all
If you don't know what Fucker's Folly is, we'll explain it when someone has it.
I love Fucker's Folly so much. Okay. Which Doctor, though?
Oh, and no gold stars.
No
Not
gold
even
stars.
for Dan.
No.
He barely did anything.
No, I give Dan a gold star just because I like Dan. And I'm happy to see it.
I like Dan. He had nothing to do this week.
Care.
He failed the Yaz test, and so did Yaz.
The Yaz test is it's such an often forgotten, but such an essential part of our show, I think.
They didn't do anything.
They literally went back in time and did nothing.
Yeah. Another reason that I didn't much appreciate this episode. It's not even that I disliked it. It's that I'm just mad at it.
I just
wish it was something it wasn't. Anyway.
Dan chucked a stick. Gold star. Which Doctor though, Sam?
Jordan,
I'm going. Yeah,
I'm going for Donna's Gambit.
Donna's Gambit is over. We saw her in an episode.
I don't count it as over until she's a companion.
Oh yeah, sure. And then I don't count it as over until we see all of her episodes. I'm going back for 12Zs. I'm still hungry.
Well, I guess my thing is, I don't know why Donna's Gambit ends when we see her on screen. To me, Donna's Gambit, all it ever was saying, I want to see Donna.
I want to see Donna, and we saw Donna. There she
was. And
right
now, I want to see Donna.
Donna's Gambit. So you want season 4?
Season 4, we've never seen it.
12Zs. Bill.
Bill, alright.
Oh! Wait, did we do it? No. Wait.
No, hold on.
Wait, this is... Oh my god, I think this is the last... I think this is one of David Tennant's last episodes.
I'm so sorry. I saw number in series 4, and I was like, let's fucking go.
No. Oh my god, this is the second to last David Tennant episode. Holy shit. I think this one is crazy. I think this one's fucking crazy, dude.
This is... Wait. Would that mean that this is the... Is this from Planet of the...
Don't
I'm not looking anything up because I know that this is going to be important or whatever. I'm going to look at the spreadsheet.
Okay.
Just to place us. Yes, this is 2 episodes after Planet of the Dead.
Oh my god, I can't
So we're going to be dealing with the Nox.
This is did we say what this is the End of Time Part 1?
Yes, the End of Time Part 1. Sorry, I don't think we said it.
Which...
Hey, Jordan.
Yeah, which does have Donna in it.
Look at that. What does that show you?
This is the second to last episode of Doctor Who. Oh, it's a Christmas special! It's a Christmas episode! Merry Christmas! I need to look up one thing. I need to check to make sure that a thing happens in this episode that I think happens in this episode. Let me just.
But this is Donna, right? I guess
this
I don't
is Donna.
know.
This is Donna's in this episode. And I am going to type. No, I'm not going to say anything about this episode. But there's a thing I remembered that I was so fucking excited for you to see, and it happens in this episode. I am clapping my hands. What a good roll! What a good roll! Good job, computer. Thank you. I'll take it. Let's wrap this up.
So wait, did Donna's Gambit actually work?
Yes, Donna's Gambit did work. Congratulations. It worked in a really weird way that you're seeing.
Yeah, I was really thrown off because I saw the number 4, then I saw that it's a 2009 special and not series 4, and I was like, I don't know. No Donna.
I don't know like how much Donna is in this. I don't remember. I just
because he was alone in Planet of the Dead, so I was assuming. I still don't know. I'm still inclined to think that Donna dies. But I don't know. I
mean, we know that she's in the new episodes, right?
Yeah, but so is fucking David Tennant.
Well, David Tennant is a Time Lord. He can come back whenever he wants.
I'm just saying some shit is happening.
My point is that this is going to be a fucking wild ride.
And we'll have a guest on it, yes?
We will have a guest on it.
What an
role.
Episode for Giga to join us on.
Yes, amazing. Oh my god. God, I hope the thing that I want to happen happens in this episode. I'll post it.
Is this the episode that made you cry?
No, the next one's the one that made me. The next episode is the last David Tennant episode is the first time a piece of media ever made me cry.
Well, I hope I like it.
I don't know if it's good. I just remember
I'm glad
wild.
that we're getting part 1 before we're getting part 2.
I think that's merciful. Though I do feel like this is probably kind of like I was gonna say kind of like Army of Ghosts is like a convergence of a lot of disparate plot points that we didn't get to be witness to, but I think it might even be more than that. I think there's a lot of shit that we haven't seen because we haven't seen any of season 4.
Great.
But welcome to the show, Donna Noble, I guess. Very exciting. I'm happy.
Yahoo!
Let's wrap this episode up. Thank you all very much for listening to Dr. Huh. You can find all of our episodes at we don't have a website, but at noisepace.xyz.
You do this every week.
I know. I always forget. It's almost like I should have this written down.
Oh my God.
We're on Tumblr. I got it. We're on Tumblr at drhunt.tumblr.com, and we're on co-host at Sam.
No, you got it.
It's Dr. Huh, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure because
I'm on co-host at Positive Stress. It's still on hold until December, but you can listen to my other podcast, Sounds About Light.
It's not like you took it off. It's like you took the RSS feed down. It's still there. It's always there.
I'm just saying there's not going to be new episodes for a little while.
Yeah.
I'm just saying don't expect new episodes, okay? But we're in the middle of talking about Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance.
3D. Because it's for the 3DS. Haha.
And Dream Drop Distance.
You can find me on kiwamibreakfast.tumblr.com. You can listen to Kamurocho Radio, which is about Yakuza series. We are on the Kiryu section of Yakuza 4, wherein Kiryu finds a book that says $10 billion to police. And it made me laugh so hard. Also, listen to our other shows that we did. I always forget we don't usually tell people to. Listen to Kyle XY?
I tell people to, and you tell people not to.
I tell people not to listen to Jergany, because I was like 4 years old when we made it. But you should listen.
I pulled up our second episode to hear our voices, and I was like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? But you should
Jordan,
listen
we're here to talk about the secret life of the American teenager.
Yeah, but I don't like Ben very much.
Oh, you, Mr. Cassetti?
Fucking muscles and sunglasses. I love Kyle XY so much. The podcast, not the show's okay. Sam, tell us about our Patreon that you can.
If you like our show, which you do, you can support us on patreon.com/poddingbros. $1 a month gets you all of our bonus content from all of our podcasts that we've done up to this point, including Dr. Huh. We are currently, it won't be up until the week after this one goes up, but is that right? Jesus Christ. I think that's right. We have recorded our episode on the William Hartnell First Doctor serial, Planet of Giants. Well, our next bonus episode will be on the First Doctor serial, The Time Meddler.
Well, we were talking about this episode, and we were talking about the Flux and the Time Gremlins and the Weeping Angels, and they grabbed them, and the Quantum Law. For just a moment, I didn't bring this up because sometimes I don't think it's super fair to talk about our paid content to our regular listeners. But while we were talking about that, I was like, in my head, like, this is the same show as William Hartnell, like, holding on to a giant, like, big comedy oversized match and trying to, like, light a
kill Barbara with it.
He was like, this was the same show where a guy, one of the companions, climbed into a box of matches for no reason because he was
and
so
won the inaugural Ian Chesterton Award for Fucker's Folly.
I don't think that's what it was, but we'll see.
I'm pretty sure it was, but we'll find out when I edit it.
It's very funny. Anyway, please, I can't recommend. Our classic episodes are so fun to do. I love talking about them. I love watching old Doctor Who. It's so good.
And someday we'll meet the 6th Doctor, who's always tearing people apart.
He's killing people. He's tearing them limb from limb.
The $1 also gets you a mildly special Discord role marking you as a friend of the show. $5 gets you a pretty special Discord role marking you as a companion of the show, and you can send us a message that we'll read in our funny voices like Dalek voice and Cyberman voice, Kyle XY voice, Ben Boykovich voice, Steppenwolf from the Snyder movies voice. We got all those voices. We'll say whatever you want in them if it's fine. And you also get a shout out in the podcast. $10 gets you all that plus an incredibly special Discord role marking you as an honorary member of House Misuza. We will clap for you when we shout you out, and you can listen to the podcast live while we record it, which, much like this episode, is in Flux. Thank you to our $5 and $10 subscribers: Cassidy, JCH, Roy, Stephanie Bolding, Stephanie Karen, Violet Magician, and House Misuza, Destry Hawk, HK, and Sauceworks.
Yeah! We're saluting you. Thank you as you take off in your magic flying bus.
We're hosted on noisepace.xyz, where you can listen to other podcasts like Local Service Only, 020,
Pot of Greed,
LMNOP, Slappers Only,
Podcasting's Forbidden in the Cloud Recesses,
and more. Jordan.
Yeah, there comes a time when you...
May your life flow like a river.
Oh, okay.
May your days smell sweet as a rose. May your nights be calm and still as a pond. May you be as lucky as an ace in a game of blackjack, Harkness. May Dan the Nice Man smile nicely upon you from 1901. May Clara make a clever souffle. I feel like we need to retool that one.
Uh-huh. I was never super into it.
I wasn't either, but I think it pissed you off when I said it the first time, so I kept it. May the doctor leave Bill a hell
alone.
And may the doctor light your path through time.
Don't blink. Excelsior!
Dr. Blink.
Bye.